things like that. So I just wanted to pick everybody up and rise up the African family globally, Pan-Africanism, everything. Just a couple of things I wanted to say beforehand is just sometimes the language we use, the terms we use, like for example saying slave and things like that, were actually enslaved people, mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, teachers, doctors. So don't let them just say slave and eliminate your history and dehumanize like we was nothing before that, please. Secondly, the word trade. There was no agreement and we didn't get nothing in return either. So what no trade around here. It was the biggest international, illegal, most heinous forced mass migration in human history. So trade to that is, don't let anybody ridicule or trivialize your history and your rights, especially when they're still celebrating their rights, their history. So just be very mindful when we're using certain terms, okay? So I'm up here mainly just to let you know about the annual African Emancipation Day Reparations March that happens on the 1st of August every year. Now when we hear the word reparations, I don't want to hear nobody like tutting and no saying, because at the end of the day, we've all been miseducated about what reparations actually is. So don't let them tell you that reparations is about begging anybody nothing. It's not begging nobody nothing. It's about repairing damage internally for ourselves and externally what institutions and companies should take responsibility for, and that's just what it is. So don't let nobody tell you that you're begging nobody and all that. Don't let them trivialize what you're saying. So just to continue with that, the march that happens every single year is not just a march. We don't just march for one day. We have educational workshops across the UK to teach our people how to repair themselves internally and to get clued up, and not only to rely on external sources, to actually do your own research. So it's not the movement. The march is one aspect out of 9. So there's a wider reparations movement called the ISMAR, that is an international social movement for African reparations. So when we say march and you see the march, people shouldn't be like, oh, you shouldn't be marching, blah, blah, blah. You might have another skill to work in another department. There's 9 other aspects, okay? So leave us to what we're doing, yeah? So if you follow us on the March August on Facebook, there's no space between the march on Facebook, that you'll be updated with the educational workshops and things like that. We actually have a petition. The petition is called Stop the Maangamizi We Charge Genocide Ecocide Petition. Now when we say Maangamizi, that is Kiswahili for the continuum of the African Holocaust of chattel, colonial and neo-colonial enslavement. Because a lot of people think, oh, slavery is in the past. No, slavery is happening right now. I can give you a list all day, every day. Yeah, so we've got debt bondage. Our homelands are still in debt, these odious debts after we work for them, brutalized for 400, 500 years, we're indebted to them. Right? We've got misrepresentation in the media. They're using our homelands as a medical experimental ground. I can just go on forever. Resource exploitation, forced sterilization. I can go on, I can go on, I can go on. Just to say as well, the march as well can be used, it's not a means to an end, it's a process. So we can't have no abracadabra expecting things to happen overnight. So you can use it for your own terms. So you can use it for networking, raising awareness. It's Emancipation Day, so that's a day when we're going to represent our ancestors as well. And if you go on the stopthemaangamizi.com website, Maangamizi is spelled MAANGAMIZI.com, you see lots of information about what's next, what happens after the march, what's been achieved in the last 3 years. That's going to be annual. The Take Action, so if you want to get involved with the Stop the Maangamizi campaign, there's a Take Action page. There's also the petition on change.org and on the Stop the Maangamizi website. The petition is to collect 100,000 signatures to establish an all-party parliamentary commission of inquiry of truth and reparatory justice. Now, it's not just going to be a parliament where they're just talking about us without us being there like they've always done. No, we're going to actually have witnesses that's actually got evidence, that's given testimonies in this commission of inquiry of how they've been affected by the Maangamizi. So don't just think, oh, the government, we're in their country, you know, at the end of the day, there has to be some form of dialogue, and that's the way to get dialogue. The petition also has a second part, which is to establish an international people's tribunal, because obviously what we're trying to do, they won't try us in their court because, you know, the Queen's sovereign and all this kind of stuff. But all that kind of in-depth information will all be on the stopthemangamizi.com website. Please, you'll see us collecting signatures just over on this side of the water fountain. Please come and give your signatures, and just a valid postcode as well. You don't have to give your full address, because now some of them were afraid, but we're on the front line. So if you come over on this side, you'll see the petition block there. We need 100,000. That's a lot, and it's an ongoing process, so please listen out for the educational workshops. Also, we have RPG flags on sale for £10, representing Pan-Africanism, and we also have a small donation box to help towards the march, the educational workshops, refreshments, and mobility buses for the elderly. It can go on. So any other questions you have, please come and visit us over this side. You'll see us repping the RBG. Yeah? Peace out.
Rise up the powerful sister Toya RBG right there. Very important information. Make sure you do go and check her and the rest of the crew with the Stop the Mangamizi campaign. Just right by there, by the fountain. I just want to quickly have a quick